All right, this is just going to be a quick video. As I'm going through the change management toolkit, I thought I'd just share some strategies because my goal is to try and remember as much as I can with all this new information in here and try and store it somewhere. And I talked a little bit about this in the previous video, but some people kind of like this. So the strategies that I'm going to share with you, you can use this for lists. If you're going shopping, you can use this for storing chunks from your book that you're reading. Maybe you're just visiting a new town, whatever it is, like directions, whatever. Again, I'll reiterate that it's not because you have a terrible memory. It's just you don't have a way to recall that information. So let's just say, for example, I'll just share with you maybe 2 or 3 strategies. But let's just say something like you wanted to remember the Great Lakes, for example. So you got Lake Huron. Hopefully I spell it right. Lake Ontario. And then Lake Michigan. Lake Erie, and then of course Superior. So, you could do it a bunch of different ways. You can go, okay, Lake Huron, Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, Lake Superior, and just kind of keep doing that. Or you can just use the acronym HOMES. Lake Superior, Lake Erie, Lake Michigan, Lake Ontario, Lake Huron. Those are the Great Lakes, just like that. So now you don't even have to worry about it. Whenever you think of homes, those lakes are stored on that word, homes. So that's one way that you can do that with words and just attach it to some word that makes sense to you, so you don't have to, you just forget about it. Not forget about it, but you store it somewhere and then you can recall it later. So it's just locked in. Homes are locked in forever. Well, let's just say you had a list of like 20 things that you wanted to remember. And obviously I have this list memorized, but I just wanted to show you something here. Maybe this will make sense to you. So you have pencil, sink, circus, track, and it's all in my head. I'm not trying to recall, like try and figure out where is this list, what is this, all this kind of stuff. It's there, and as fast as I write it, it's coming out. So you got star, and I'll explain how I was able to recall all this stuff. So as I'm writing. Just shows you how your memory works, because you can recall a list while you're talking and writing and doing something else, which is kind of cool, I think, personally. Hopefully you can read some of that, and I'll explain how this all works. So we got flag, and then we got necklace. Everybody's favorite here, paycheck, car. You could be thinking I'm just making up words, but that's okay. And then golf, bag. And then what do we got? Shotgun. So this list of 20 things is all attached to numbers. So I can go like this, write out these numbers. Basically, as fast as I write out the numbers, I could see all of these things here. So let's just say, example, it's kind of funny, 13. Okay. And I'll just, again, I'll just show you how this works, because I think you'll find this interesting. Because if you could store information So you have this list, right? You have this list: pencil, sink, circus, track, star, bullets, dice, hourglass, baseball, fingers, goalpost, eggs, flag, necklace, paycheck, car, magazine, soldier, golf bag, shotgun. Shotgun is 20. Okay, like a 20 gauge shotgun. So that goes with 20. So now I'm going to point to these numbers and they're going to correspond with that. And I'm going to try not to look at the words. So, so 12 gauge, golf bag, soldier, magazine, car, paycheck, necklace, flag. No, that's not flag. What is this? I'll come back to that one. Eggs, goalposts, fingers, baseball, hourglass, dice, bullets, and then star, track, circus, sink, 1. And then I forgot what 13 is. How did that slip? Bullets, dice, eggs, flag. I thought I said that. Oh, paycheck. Yeah, so sometimes you can mix them up. Sometimes, you know, but let's just say, for example, let's just go like this real quick here. So if I went like this, I went, okay, what is, you know, what's 13? That's the flag. What's 7? That's dice. What's 8? Hourglass. What's 1? That is a pencil. What is number 4 is a track. Number 5 is a star. I don't know, 17 is a magazine. Oh, mag. And then 18 is a soldier. 4 is a track. I already have track. 2 is a sink. So you can, now that you have all this stored into your memory, hopefully this isn't boring, you guys, but it's kind of interesting. Because now if I went like this, I went random and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to, as quick as I can, 14, 6, 2, 1. It's easy, but so 7 is dice, and then 14 is necklace, bullets, and then sink. And pencil. So you have the word, like you're not even trying to think really hard. They're just there as fast as you can. And obviously if you spend time really creating something visual, then you can remember this stuff a lot easier. One technique that you can use is like the skeletal structure, if you will. So like you have your head, and then you have, I'm not a very good artist, but let's just say you have something like this. Here's a guy here. So you have this, which is the top. Then you have this, which is your nose. You have this, which is your chin. And then you have your rib. And you have your liver. And then you have your hip, your joint, we'll say. And then your kneecap, we'll call it a cap, kneecap. Then you have the ball of your foot down here, and then this part here is the sand. So you could do something like throwing in, you know, I'm not an American, I'm a Canadian, but you could throw in the Bill of Rights for all you Americans out there, like the Constitution. You could say, you know, you have the right, freedom of speech, and then you have the right to bear guns. I just picture a guy's gun to the nose. Chin would be a soldier, so no person shall be forced to have soldiers quarter at their home. Like, you don't have to have a soldier stay at your house. It's kind of a weird one, but that's in the Bill of Rights. And then rib is you have the freedom to not have excessive, what is it? I see the word, but basically unreasonable search and seizure. You Americans will know this better. Search and seizure. It can't be unreasonable. You can't just storm into your house and do unreasonable search and then seize your stuff. So that's rib. So liver is, you can't, I just picture a photograph. You can't, how do you say this? Again, I'm not an American, but still, the rights should apply to everybody. It's basically, you can't self-incriminate yourself. That's one of the Bill of Rights. That's liver because it's a photograph. Joint is, you have a right to a speedy trial. It's one of your rights. And then also you have a right to a jury. Not a hung jury, just a jury. And then also you have the right to basically any rights that a citizen has that's not in the Constitution or not in the Bill of Rights, you still have rights to that. You have rights that may not be inside the Bill of Rights. And then here, there's also state laws? State rights. States' rights. So it's kind of loosey-goosey, but it took me 2 minutes to learn that. And it's just stuck with me. And if you can go over it again and again and get something really visual, like really make this stand out, like make this, maybe it's a speaker, you know, and it's blasting out on top of someone's head. Now you know that you have the right to speak. You have the right to freedom of speech. So this is the Bill of Rights right here. We just went through it together. Like if you did the same thing, you could remember the Bill of Rights in like minutes instead of going, okay, what's the first Bill of Rights? What's the second one? What's the third? So I just attached the Bill of Rights to the body. So you can go on and on. You can use the Palace memory system where you can go into each room and you grab a chunk of information from a book, take a paragraph, and you take that and you store that in a room. Now you have that forever unless you move. And then it becomes a little bit annoying because it kind of gets a little fuzzy because now you have a new living room. So that Palace memory, it's almost easier to build your own palace. That way it's always there than to actually use your physical palace or your physical room in your house, because if you change furniture around, if you renovate, it gets a little fuzzy. But anyways, so those are kind of a couple of things that you could do. I know I kind of rambled all over, but it's actually amazing how your memory works. If you get nothing out of this, remember the 5 lakes: Holmes, Lake Huron, yeah, that's right, Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, and Lake Superior. So practice this stuff. Like, that's why I love reading, and I try to store pieces of information wherever I can. Hope that helps. Thanks a lot. See you in another video. Bye for now.